Like, well, 38's a bad night.
Yeah. Not since Michael Jordan did it in 1998 had we seen a guard have a conference finals game with at least 40 points and no turnovers. Chris Paul did it last night in the Suns' Game 6 clincher in Los Angeles, and in the process earned his first trip to the NBA Finals in his 16 seasons. Here's Chris Haynes.
The Phoenix Suns did it. Led by Chris Paul's 41 points, they defeated the Los Angeles Clippers in Game 6 to advance to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1993. Chris Paul displayed so much raw emotions out there. He's been to this spot before, but never got over the hump.
You got Clippers fans waiting around, you know, chanting your name and the way that it's a little bit of a Hollywood script, the way this thing went.
I played 6 years here, you know, and a lot of these fans became my family. You know, if I could do it all over again, would I left? And I said, yeah, because I learned a lot of stuff along the way. You know, and this is like a storybook, getting somewhere that I've never been before, going against a team that I always be connected to.
In your wildest dreams, you couldn't have, you know, put it together in this way. I was so grateful to be on his side, and then I really enjoyed watching him and his emotions after the game. I was like, I must be getting old now because I'm enjoying watching other people.
I kept asking him in the fourth quarter, you taste that? You taste it? He's like, no. I said, all right, come on. We're going to keep playing then. We're going to keep playing. 5 minutes ago, we up 21. You taste that? No. He go back out, bang, hit the top of the three. I'm like, all right, he's still feeling it. It took us to get stuff out of the game in the fourth quarter. He was like, I taste it now. I'm like, all right.
It's been a long time coming. We've seen the bottom, waiting on this moment right here. And Monty coming in, building the culture, you know, him leaving us with the preparation meets opportunity. And, you know, that was these moments right here. But we still have work to do. I mean, this is nice and all, but, you know, we're going for Larry for sure.
Man, 31 of those 41 in the second half. I mean, he's been lights out in the last two clinchers for Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm really happy for Chris Paul. Last night was like a home game for him. You know, even though they were on the road, he's comfortable playing in the building. His family there, he got some fans there. Billy Crystal was there. And I know he heard all the chatter. I heard my good friend Kendrick Perkins say, hey, his legacy is on the line. You know, he's used to blowing 3-1 leads. And I knew that he said, look, if I could take control of this game and win it, that's exactly what he did last night. You know, he came out and played. I mean, I'm so happy for him. 16 years, first time in the finals. I would love to see two small market teams go at it. You never, you know, really see that. And again, I'm just happy of him, proud of him, you know, future Hall of Famer. And, you know, I saw when they landed, they had like a little mini parade. And, you know, this moment feels good. You know, we all up here know how that moment feels when you get to the NBA Finals. Of course, you know, you still got to win 4 more games to win the championship, but I'm so happy for him. But the way he put his imprint in that fourth quarter, he was like, you know what? Even though I'm on the road, I'm at the crib, I done played here 6 years, I know the rims, I know the building. We get to my spot and do what I do.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the first time, you know, I mean, for Chris and the rest of it, Devin Booker and the rest of it, and Monty Williams as well, the rest of the Phoenix Suns, this will be the most unique experience they've had for the first week. And then after that, it's basketball. That first week is so unique in your city. And then the first media day, when I had never experienced anything like that. And you can't even prepare for it. The first media day, I don't know, because of COVID, might be different restrictions, but there were probably 300 reporters. So every beat writer from every team is there. Every writer from overseas is in one gym. And they would put each player on a podium. And then they say 5 minutes, and they rotate, and you get the rotation of questions. And so having that experience was fun, but it also can make you not focused if you're not careful. And it will take you a game or two to catch up into the series, and you might be down 2-1 or 3-1 in a series. So it's important for Monty Williams and Chris Paul being a veteran, because he's the veteran to get them there, but he hasn't been there himself.
Right.
It's to kind of understand that we enjoy the moment, but we can't live in the moment. And that's a tricky line. Would you agree with that, Chuck?
100%. I'm happy for my city. I'm really happy for the Suns organization and Chris Paul especially. You know, people ask me about regrets, and I said I didn't have my team ready to play in game one. That's my biggest regret, because the lights were too big for most of our guys in game one. You go back and look at the series, we only had really one bad game, and that was game one. To pick it back on Kenny's point. Like, I had been in Philadelphia, so I was used to bright lights, but I didn't realize the other guys were gonna be like, oh man, this thing is a really big deal. So I always tell people that's my biggest regret of my career, not having our team ready for game one, because Kenny hit it right on the head. It's a lot of stuff going on, like in the finals. Like, you don't even experience until you get to the finals. Like, there's a lot going on in the regular season. There's a lot going on in the first round, second round, conference finals. But the finals are totally different. And I did not have us ready to play in game one. I regret that.
Let me throw this out. Let me throw this out at you real quick before we go to break. Tell me what you thought about Pat Beverly and the shove on Chris Paul.
Oh, it was a dirty play. And Pat Bev has got to realize, because remember, remember when he almost hurt Chris in the play before that? And he was jumping around. So he's one of those guys, like, he want to be the bully. And then when Chris got him back, he got pissed about it. So, you know, he danced around. Remember, if you go back and look at the play in the game before, when he went on to Chris, he started dancing. And he can apologize now, but if you're going to dance over somebody when you knock them down, when they get the best of you and say whatever they say to you, you got to take it like a man. So it was Bush League, period. I like the way he played. He's a motion player. I'm an emotional player. I almost did that a couple times. He did it on purpose, but he just let the emotions get best of him. I'm not gonna bash him like that, because that's how it was. Like, I used to talk smack, and then all of a sudden when I'm down, I want to meet you in the back by the bus. That's just how it is. And to add on to what the guys were saying, when you make it to the finals, everybody's happy. When I mean everybody. You got people that never called you, calling for tickets. I remember when we beat the Bulls. So now that we beat Mike, we ready, because I think we had beat y'all twice. Like, we know it's gonna be a tough final, but so we had 10 days off.
Oh,
so we was partying and doing parades. I had appearances at Disney. I was doing it, and it was just so happy. And then, like you said, like, when y'all came out and y'all, smacked us in the mouth those first two games, like, it was, too late by then. So, people in Phoenix, be happy, but don't be too happy.
Yeah, Pat Bev, he's Dennis Rodman of this era. Like, if he doesn't play on that emotion, he's not as good. So, but it takes him to that.
Excuse me?
It does. I'm talking about in this era, in terms of, like, thought process. The way Pat Beverly plays, if he doesn't play on that emotion, he's not an NBA player, possibly.
Listen, we all like Pat Beverly. Please don't compare him to Dennis
But in terms
Rodman.
of playing on emotion, I'm just trying to give people comparison.
Please stop.
So I think that he understands that he did.
Please stop.
He understands.
We got a split. Bucks and Hawks. Game 5. 8:30 Eastern.
Chico, please.